Greetings, my fellow citizens. I am Susan B. Anthony, speaking to you from the past, where I dedicated my life to the cause of equality and justice. Today, I wish to share with you the story of our fight for women's suffrage and the lessons it holds for the power of civic activism. In my time, the idea that women should have a voice in their government was dismissed as radical and even absurd. Yet, we persisted. We believed that justice cannot be selective, that democracy must include all of its people. To those who doubted us, I would say, it was we, the women of this nation, who kept homes, educated children, and contributed to every part of society. Why, then, should we not have a say in how our country is governed? Our movement began with small steps, petitions, speeches, and organizing. I traveled from town to town, often facing ridicule and hostility, but always finding hope in the courage of those who joined us. It was not easy. Activism requires sacrifice. It requires conviction. But I knew then, as I know now, that no change worth achieving comes without effort. To the youth of today, let me say this: you have more power than you realize. The world around you is shaped by those who dare to demand fairness and equality. Whether you speak up for your classmates, your neighbors, or the rights of others you may never meet, your voice matters. Activism is not just a choice, it is a responsibility. To those who hesitate to act, I offer this encouragement: do not be disheartened by the enormity of the task. Change begins with one person, one voice, and grows into a chorus that cannot be ignored. When we began fighting for women's suffrage, we did not know when or even if we would succeed. But we knew that to remain silent was to accept injustice, and that was a choice we could not make. To leaders and lawmakers, I remind you that the purpose of government is to serve all its people, not just the privileged few. You hold a sacred trust to create laws that reflect fairness, equality, and the dignity of every citizen. Never forget that your power comes from the people, and it is to the people that you must answer. Finally, I leave you with this truth: the fight for justice is never finished. It is carried forward by each generation, by those who refuse to accept inequality and who believe in the promise of democracy. As I once said, failure is impossible. Remember those words when the road feels long and the work seems daunting. Together, you can achieve what may now seem impossible. With courage and resolve, Susan B. Anthony.